Onose. Of course, I'm not here alone. I'm here with my amazing colleague.
I'm Benjamin Kuji.
Hello, Mr. Benjamin. Nice to have you join us today.
Yeah.
Why am I saying join us? You're always with us. Also, Speedy Talk this moment. How do you feel about Speedy Talk?
Yes, Speedy Talk has been on, and it's one of the flagship of Speedy Asking Radio. So it's one of the flagship programs. So you can't do without Speedy Talk on Asking Radio.
Yeah. All right. In case you're just joining, it's Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Catch us if you can. Of course, Speedy Talk is where we get to talk about, discussion that are really quick. Fast. Just
straight to the
point. Yeah. So now we're asking you, what was that thing your mama said you shouldn't do growing up as a kid? So that's what we're talking about. Maybe you can chip it in and tell us what your mama said you shouldn't do when you were a kid, and maybe those times you do really understand so well why they actually tend to create that boundary, for you to do certain things and not to do certain things. And now you're beginning to think back, and it's sort of like, oh. And when you think about it, you just smile. The number to call is 0828-427-5464. 0828-427-5464. Call us and tell us that thing Mama said you shouldn't do, but I don't know if you did it. We have to find out when you call. So, Mr. Benjamin, I know there are a couple of things our parents actually restrained us from, doing when we were young, especially our mother. So, is there anything your mom...
Actually, when you told me about this topic, I have been cracking my head, trying to think, what did Mama told me not to do back then? Because we were actually in our family, we housed the kids, my siblings. We were quite many. I think we were 8 or so, and so my mom was she's a disciplinarian. She beats a lot, and she doesn't take nonsense from any of us. So I remember what she normally beats me more. I'll say, she don't like you eating from a neighbor.
Wow.
We were in the barracks. So, in the barracks,
there are lots of persons.
We have a lot of neighbors this side, neighbors this side. You understand?
It's indeed a barrack. So what do you expect?
So once she sees you, maybe somebody is eating, maybe a neighbor is eating, and you're just sitting, you're just watching, the eyes she will look at you, you will know those eyes that are piercing, to pierce through your soul.
You don't even need her to say anything before you know what she's actually trying to say.
By the time she goes in, she will look for an opportunity. Maybe you do something different. Then she will use that opportunity to beat you for...
Mothers, anyway.
I know that one. She doesn't like it. She don't like it at all.
All right. In case you're just joining, it's Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Catch us if you can. I'm Elo Onose, of course.
I am Benjamin Kuji.
And we're reaching you live from the beautiful city of Makurdi. We're on Facebook. You can follow us on Facebook, Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makurdi. You can leave a comment, actually. So, discuss for the moment. It's Speedy Talk, and it's always a speedy moment having to have quick talk here on Speedy Talk. So this afternoon we're asking what Mama said you shouldn't do. So call us on 0828-427-5464, 0828-427-5464, and tell us what Mama said you shouldn't do. Well, for me, Mr. Benjamin actually talked about the food aspect, whereby I think it's a general thing with every African mother, Nigerian especially, Nigerian parents. So once you go out there, especially when you go out with them and you pay a visit to either a friend or a family member, they feel like, they want to feel this sense of pride that their child, they have actually,
giving
them the best training, guidance. So if you don't eat out, it means you have made them proud that you are responsible. You didn't prove them wrong. But if you eat, it means you just went to form my hand.
And I am a kind of person I like food.
Me too.
So I collect a lot of beatings.
I love food. I mean, I think it's not about the food aspect. It's just a general thing. Parents, mothers especially, they tend to ascribe this sense of fulfillment when their kids go out, especially when they go out with them, and maybe their friends or a family member offer them food and they don't eat. They feel like, okay, that's what actually guarantee. That's what will speak out to the fact that they had actually done a great job. We'll have a caller. Hello.
You are holding my call.
Oh, I'm so sorry, sir.
Onose.
All right. Mr. Okomoses, nice to have you join us. Good afternoon. Where you?
Here.
All right, you said from North.
Okay, North Bank, yeah.
All right.
So, growing up as a child, my mom said, don't live without prayer. And the prayer is setting us to today, even when she passed away. Any day I step out without praying in the morning, in fact, I must receive a sign that I have not prayed. And then the one from my father, he said, don't move at night. Don't walk at night. Because your best friend might even slap you in the night. You will not know who he is. So from then till now, if you see me outside above 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock, that means I'm in my shop working. I'm closing from my shop straight home. So as such, till now, my madam knows when I am supposed to be around. If I'm not around, then automatically she knows I'm at work. So,
I assume you have a call, Mr. Okomoses.
is it funny?
Yeah, or no, don't worry. Continue. You can hear you.
No, that is all.
All right, thank you.
These are the ones I can remember for now.
Of course, prayer is key. That's what they say. Prayer is key.
Yeah.
All right, that's a beautiful one.
That's the same thing we are teaching my children. But even if we are not around, they wake up and pray before they go to the bed. They pray before they go to the bed.
That's actually a nice one to pass on to your kids. Thank you so much for calling in.
You're welcome.
All right, do enjoy the rest of your day.
Regards to Daniel.
All right, your friend is listening to you. All right, bye. Okay, that's an amazing one.
Yeah.
It's good for parents to pass on good legacy to their kids. We have another caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Anthony. I'm calling from North Bank.
Okay. Anthony, go on.
Yes. Okay. When I was growing up, my mom had been telling me I should not be going playing football. Likewise, my twin sister, she normally tell her, you shouldn't be wearing trouser in this house. But today, my sister, she can even wear two once in front of her because she's already matured. Likewise, even me now, I can even go and play ball, make money, can't even give my mom, say this is what that they give us for where we go to play ball.
Wow.
So she don't have something to say now about my football going out now. But then, later if you say you are going to pay, even you can't even offer you food. Say you break your leg, you this one.
All right, thank you so much for calling in this afternoon. Do enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah, bye for now. Mr. Benjamin, I'm sure you have something to say as regard the first two, the two calls we had already.
Especially the last caller here. He said something that when they were kids and the mom will not want them to play football. Him specifically not to play football.
Yes.
I think a lot of mom. I remember even me. It's okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good afternoon. This is Solomon Tekula Heneka. I'm calling from Airport.
All right, Mr. Solomon. Nice to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
When I was a kid,
my parents told me to not go to farm. I don't go to farm.
Wow.
Sometimes to go there to swim. So there's one person there when I went to swim with one of my friends.
Yeah.
I don't know how to swim. He told me that to hold his hands on the shoulders. So when we start, I start drinking water. I left the guy, so I start to drink water.
Oh.
There's one old woman that came and saved me. Because the guy he went inside the water and left me. So there's no way for me to swim. I don't know anything
about swimming.
I don't know anything about swimming.
Wow.
So by the time I reach home, the news already cleared.
Now you were about to drown in the river.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What a scary
My father
experience.
beat me so much.
But did
So
you?
up to now, I don't know how to swim when I'm sure.
What a traumatic experience. But at least you understood why your mama said you shouldn't do at that time. Why your mama said you shouldn't go to swim at that time.
I don't know.
No,
I don't know,
I said
because
after the experience, you almost drowned, right?
Yeah.
So after the experience, you understood better why your mom didn't want you to go swimming at that time.
No, it's supposed to allow me to go and swim.
And you would have drowned by now.
You still want to go?
I don't know how to swim well now.
Okay.
No, I don't know anything. I don't know how to swim.
Oh, I get you. You felt it actually made you not to learn how to swim. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for calling in.
All right.
Do enjoy the rest of your day. Wow. Mr. Benjamin, you say something.
No, actually, there are a lot of things our parents try to make us not to do. A lot of them were for our own safety.
Yeah.
You understand? Were for our own safety. Because I remember playing football. Then we were in Lokoja. And Lokoja was a very stony. Where we play football was very stony. Sometimes when you go to play football and you come out with a lot of bruises. And when you bring them, there was a time I actually dislocated. And when I came back home, I couldn't even tell my mom that I was dislocated because I know my mom. She, together with the dislocation, she will beat you. So I dislocated. It was my neck.
Yeah.
So when I went home, when they call me, I'll have to, instead of turning my neck, I have to move the whole body like this. When they call me, so my dad and my mom they discovered something fishy. So my mom stood this side, my dad stood this side. Then two of them called me at the same time. So I had to turn like this, and my mom just called, "What is even wrong with this, your neck?" I screamed. My mom beat the hell out of me before taking me to some of those people that...
What an experience.
So that is how they try to protect us in their own way. In their own way, they try to protect us.
All right, I have something to say, but first off, for those that are just joining, it Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Catch us if you can. Of course, I'm Onose.
And I am Benjamin Kuji.
Around a speedy talk moment, and right on here, we're asking you what Mama said you shouldn't do. I mean, growing up as a child, a lot of restrictions that our parents didn't want us to, participate in a lot of things, fun activity, childhood experiences, right? So we're asking what Mama said you shouldn't do as a child. Call us 0828-4275-464, 0828-4275-464. We're live on Facebook. You can stream. You can actually join us live. Follow us on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makadi. In case you're joining, for those we also have a How Market card. It's going for 1,000 naira. You can come to Spy Center at George's Quarters and pick it up. Before the end of the show, I should call a number for you. It's Japheth. You can also call him to make an inquiry. So we're still on what Mama said you shouldn't do. And it's Speedy Talk. Of course, like I said, I'm Onose, and I have Mr.
Benjamin Kuji.
Call us on 0828-4275-464 and let us know what Mama said you shouldn't do when you were a child. Talking about what Mama said you shouldn't do. For me, based off of what people have said so far, our callers, you can tell that sometimes they're actually trying to protect us, like you said earlier. And I think, for me, most times our parents go about it the wrong way.
Yeah.
You heard what the second caller said. He said he wasn't happy because that actually made him not to know anything about swimming. Fine. I think what our moms should have done at that time would have been, okay, I'm going with you, let me see how it's done. At least even if you don't have all the time. Our parents are very busy. Our parents, Nigerian parents, are the most industrious type of people I've seen ever. So they don't really have time for fun moment. They just want you to be able to eat. They want to make provision for your well-being. So they don't really have that time for fun. Most of them, or I'm not saying all. So they don't have that time to dedicate. They don't have they feel they don't have the luxury of time to dedicate for you to come teach you how to learn how to swim and all of that. So yeah, that's it. And about the food aspect, whereby you see most parents, when you go out, if you take that food, it will look as if you're disgracing them. It will look as if you're trying to tell the world that they didn't give you good home training. But eating out for me is not a sign of, your parents didn't do well in bringing you up. What if it's a house party? You won't eat? These are the questions.
Yeah.
So these are, some of the challenges as regard what Mama said we shouldn't do. And now, for parents out there, fine, we understand that you're trying to protect your child. You're trying to give them the best upbringing. Times are changing, and there's a way to go about things. You can't, because you're trying to protect your child, you are actually kind of like blocking
or those talents that he
exactly
may have,
you're restricting them of their hidden talent. You're actually I don't know, I don't want to use the word dimming their light, because even I myself, I experienced it. My dad was so strict. He never wanted us to wear trousers. Like we don't wear trousers. He wasn't a military person, but he was more than a military person. So you understand the even my mom's and her siblings, our uncle, because their parents died when they were quite young. So their uncle is in the military. So you understand his policy. Don't wear trousers. Not only my mom and her siblings, or even his own kids. You don't wear trousers. But time are changing, and all of those things you can't really keep up. I know the policy they're trying to bring up. So that's it. The number to call is 0808-427-5464. What Mama said you shouldn't do. I have a lot to say, but Mr. Benjamin, I know there's something on your mind to talk about.
And just like you said, times are changing. And some of those things that we try to, that our parents try to restrict us back then, some of those things are things that are, how will I put it? Things that, there's those things that can actually, those are talents that can actually be exploited for the benefit of even the whole family.
Whole family, yes.
You understand?
If well managed.
For example, football. I'll use an example, my kid's sister, okay?
We have a caller. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Gabzi. I'm calling from Makodi.
All right, Mr. Gadri. Nice to have you join us.
For me, one thing my parents, I would say both of them, both my mom and dad, one thing they tried to stop me from doing was my artwork. Right? I really, for me to, I'm a full-blown artist now by God's grace. By God's grace, by God's grace, because one of the obstacles I had to face to bring out my talents was actually from the home. Right? The other speaker was talking football, for instance. It spread to other industries of talent, let me say talent in quotes, right? Like there are some kids that have succeeded in basketball that I've seen that I saw how they struggled from the home, but when they overcame the obstacles, now they are successes. These are people playing in USO. It's not, they are playing internationally. And by God's grace, my own art movement also is moving by God's grace to an international level. So to a certain extent, if I would have listened to some of those voices, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here now. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for joining the show.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Mr. Benjamin, you were saying something for
Yeah.
the sake of time, quickly.
Okay. Like I was saying, my elder sister, she was very, very good at football. Very exceptionally good at football. My mom killed her career.
Exactly what I was saying. My immediate younger sister, she was a very good dancer, and in the house, I think is one thing with African parents. They feel certain talents, certain career paths, they just corrupt you. It's not meaningful. Our parents back then, they had this belief that if you're a doctor, you're a medical doctor, you're a nurse, you're an engineer, these are successful career. But now talent is thriving. We have lots of Nigerian artists when it comes to artwork, paintings, and all of that. They're thriving and they're making waves. What about music? They are making waves. But our parents didn't really believe much in some of these things. And we are actually, this is a moment for parents to actually reflect, take deep reflection. If you're trying to guide your child, make sure you do so the right way. Don't dim their light. Don't kill their talent. Right? And talking about the trouser part, my younger sister actually broke that yoke, I would say. Because me, I'm this one that I always want to,
conform.
I'm the eldest, so and I really don't have time. Trouser wasn't really my thing at that time. But from the first day I started wearing it, I just feel really comfy about it. I didn't have any issues not to wear trousers. I love gowns. I can wear gowns all over. So my sister broke that yoke, and when she came, she was really well dressed. She had a long top cover. It's not as if she was exposing any part, and my dad couldn't say anything. She was doing her dancing stuff. I think she just broke out. But, all of those things, restrictions, don't go this, don't travel, it actually didn't make her to continue. She just had to focus on skill acquisition and all of that. That's it. So, it can actually, having to restrict, having to overprotect what our mama said we shouldn't do can actually sometimes cause more harm than good.
But there are also the positives.
Exactly. There are also the positive. Like for the one that said, the mom said you shouldn't go swimming. It would have drowned and nobody would know. That would have been we don't want her to say anything bad about it. So that's it. It has the positive side, it has the negative side. But in all, we are urging parents to actually be more careful in how they deal with issues like this, because these are your kids and you don't want to give up their future prospect for one instruction at the moment. It's been an amazing time at Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, reaching you live from the beautiful city of Makurdi. Of course, catch us if you can. I'm Onose,
and I am Benjamin Kuji,
and it's been Speedy Talk. We actually stream live on Facebook. Like I said, you can always follow us on Facebook on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Our market card is available. Like I said, you can come to the Spice Center to acquire it. It's 1,000 naira. Until you come your way again next time, do enjoy the rest of your day. A brief one, like I said, our market card is available at the Spice Center. You can come pick it up at the Spice Center till you come your way again next time. Bye for now.